Okay, after so long, after 2 months and some days, we have officially finished the Stadia Collection. All right, I want to preface by saying this. Thank you to everybody who's been watching any of these videos over the past couple of months. It has been a crazy time. I mean, you could tell in my face, you could tell in my hair. It has been a minute, but I finished playing all 8 games. I think playing should be the terminology instead of finished at this point, but I played a good chunk of Witcher 3 Wild Hunt to kind of end off this collection. It has been an incredible journey, but let's talk about the game at hand. I'll talk about the rest of the collection in the ranking video, but for right now, let's talk about Witcher 3. I want to say I had a huge epiphany while playing this. I understand why this game, for the moment, like I played for I don't know, for the first 30 minutes of the game, I realized why this game was basically game of the year at the time of it coming out. It is very rich. That's the best word I can use this game. Very rich game. CD Projekt Red, which I know mostly because of Cyberpunk 2077, which is a game I've replayed over and over again. Great game. Did not have a great launch, but I think it's a great game overall. Very fixed. But I do want to say that with Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, I only know the TV show with Henry Cavill. I didn't watch any of the season with Liam Hemsworth. I never will. And I knew about the games even before Witcher 3 came out. It's a very old school kind of game, Witcher 1 and 2. But with this game, it was big, it was very, very big and popular. And I was just always curious about the game. I played it for like 10 minutes and then I just stopped or something like that. But having played, I think around almost 9 hours, 8.5 hours technically, of this game. We're still in Act 1. I don't know, it's just like the dialogue options, the writing, just everything about the lore of the game is so well communicated. I think lore in video game is something that not a lot of people do very good at. It's a lot of just explaining and not a lot of like inviting you into the conversation. I feel like Geralt of Rivia, I think is how you pronounce it, is an amazing protagonist. The voice actor, who I cannot remember it for the life of me. I mean, this is right after I just finished the last stream, by the way, so I haven't looked up anything. But the voice actor for Geralt, I'm sure he's right over there next to me, is fantastic. Great grizzly voice. In fact, all the voice acting is great from everybody. Vesemir, Yennefer, Triss, Kiera, the Baron being one of my favorite characters in a video game ever. Not because he's the greatest guy ever, he's actually not. But he's such a complex character. Just the characters in general are so phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The combat is it's very simple to master. It's X and Y. I mean, for the last couple of games I've played, it's been X and Y for strong, Y for strong attacks, X for light attacks. This is no different. Seems like an RPG thing that I'm noticing. Learning how to customize your character or customize Geralt is interesting. Crafting, the potions. I don't know, I'm rambling a bit just because there's so much of the game that I really, really love. But I do want to hone in a little bit more on the story a bit. The story of this game is incredible. It's basically a detective story in a fantasy world, which I think sets it apart from pretty much any gaming franchise that's in the RPG genre, in my opinion. It is so based on evidence, it's based on conversation, it's based on learning about the world so that you can find your kind of surrogate daughter, Ciri. Man, I was so into just like the tone of the game. There are so many beautiful sunrises in the game, just like with the environment. Traversal is very interesting. I like the traversal, even though it's a little bit stiff. I like the traversal just because I get to look around in the world and look at different parts of the land and stuff like that, and every part of the lands would have different creatures, which, by the way, creatures are freaking awesome in the game, which makes the combat so much cooler. There's like people that come out of the water, there's like griffins and things in the air. But even then, with those creatures, you can also investigate those creatures as a part of your quest and learn more about them. There's a whole section of the game that reminds me a lot of Monster Hunter World, which is also a masterful game, where there's a bestiary that literally details every single creature in the game. So you could play the game how you want to in a way. If you want to be somebody who wants to learn all the creatures, you can play it that way. If you just want to play the story like how I was, you could do that. If you want to focus on more of the combat, you can go in different ways. Like, it's something where it feels linear in my mind at times, but then I saw how much you could choose to do over time. Man, it was really eye-opening, because it's like, oh man, this is how you create a whole kind of codex, this whole like plethora of ideas in one kind of game, but have people choose how they want to kind of traverse it. You know what I'm saying? The graphics, it's been a decade since this game came out. Still looks great. A couple of graphic tweaks that need to be done, like the hair stuff and things floating around a bit, but nothing that was crazy. Like, no textures, not loading, you know what I mean? Like it's nothing crazy like that. I think Plucky Squire had more texture problems than this game. Oh man, the music, incredible. Even the cinematics, the cutscenes are really smooth cutscenes. They really did their, bust their ass clearly to make these cutscenes, to put it very bluntly. Yeah, you could tell, especially for 2015 standards, it's pretty impressive using the gameplay engine as a way to communicate the story so that it can feel very immersive from gameplay to story. It can just feel like one. I think I just really love the themes of the movie, or sorry, not the movie. It felt like watching a TV show. If I really want to be very transparent, it felt like watching a TV show. But the themes of it are really fascinating. And I don't want to give anything away for anybody who hasn't played it, but for anybody who has played it, the Baron subplot is probably one of my favorite things I've ever experienced in a video game. It surprised me so much on how they handled that topic in a very mystical but yet very sympathetic way. It deals with domestic abuse and miscarriage, which is insane to say out loud, especially with what it looks like in the game. But it's really, really fascinating that like one of the main quests is about that. These different witches, because you are a witcher after all, so there's a lot of magic. So you get to explore the world of magic in this world. Even like the world building of like the different species, like godlings and these like, obviously the witches, like I said before, but like doing rituals and stuff like that, it kind of changes the game a bit. Seeing how like the common folk kind of interact with witches is very much like the X-Men, with how humans are with the X-Men. Is very like almost like racially coded, but not really. Just really well done world building, very mature storytelling, but also very creative, creepy, unique. It's really dark, but also can have fun at sometimes, especially with Roach. Roach is the best. He's the most glitchy horse ever, but honestly, don't change him, ever. Don't fix Roach. He's the best. I love him. Okay, anyway, that's the last thing I'll end off on because I'm rambling for a bit. But I would give a Witcher 3 Wild Hunt a well-deserved and well-experienced 10 out of 10. I think it's a masterful game. Is it my favorite of the collection? I don't think so. Maybe over time that'll change, but it's definitely a great note to end on. It's a near perfect game, probably a perfect game in my opinion. A game I would finish in a heartbeat, but just because of things that have happened, I can't at the moment. But man, I'm so glad I experienced that. I'm so glad that we finished the freaking collection. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have so many other videos, obviously, that I made before, but this has just been a wild ride. And I can't believe we experienced so many RPGs, Halo in the beginning, go back to the nostalgia with Division. I don't know, we just really experienced a heyday in games. And I really just had a great time experiencing it. So yeah, nothing else. Thank you guys so much. Thank you CD Projekt Red for making this game and updating it over time. And yeah, I'll see y'all later when we're ready for a ranking and to announce the next collection. Thank you so much.
We're gonna save the game. And then we are going to go to the main menu because we're done, man. Dude, we did it. Oh my God. We played, I think, technically 8.5 hours of this. Man, thank you to anybody who's been showing support over these past couple of months. It's been slowly growing up, you know what I'm saying? I love playing variety of games. I got everything set up for the next collection, which is great. But these past 8 games, I liked all of them. You know what I mean? Maybe I haven't finished some of these, including this one and Tunic and Wasteland 3, but they're all completely different experiences, different RPGs, different, games from different genres. You know what I'm saying? Not one game was always the same. They had different mechanics. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate just this experiment that I've done, and you guys supporting it over the time. And I don't know, I just can't wait for the next era. But I really, really do appreciate it. So